Hey everyone, and welcome back to another adventure on my YouTube channel. Today, I've come out to Bliss Woods Forest Preserve in Sugar Grove, Illinois, and I've decided that I'm going to come out here and look around for fall color and specifically check on a tree that I've been keeping an eye on for the last few years because I think that the tree is going to look absolutely amazing with fall color, the right light. And so far, in the last few years, I've missed when it's peaked a couple times and unfortunately just haven't been able to get here in time. But I want to just come out here and explore a little, just take a little time this afternoon to get out and do some photography. So actually doing a few things different today too. If you haven't noticed, as compared to my other videos in the past, usually I've got the camera set up, stationary, all that good stuff. But today, I'm actually testing out my new GoPro Hero 11. I ended up buying this camera earlier this week because I had just spent last week up north in the Upper Peninsula with my wife and my son. Amazing, amazing camping trip. And just could not have asked for a better time with the two of them. But I was trying to do some videos up there while I was doing my photography, and I realized that lugging around a full-size mirrorless camera and just carrying all this extra weight around on top of a camera pack, food, water, all this other stuff, just got to be a little much. So I decided to pick up the GoPro, taking it out on its maiden voyage. I'm gonna see how well it does in making these little YouTube videos. So we're gonna keep hiking here, and trees right up here. I'm gonna check that out. I see some tall prairie grass, some of the scrub brush here. There's some good color in it. The sun's setting. We've got probably about an hour to go before sunset. So I'm gonna set up, take a few compositions, gonna walk you guys through what I'm doing and what I'm looking at here, and we'll see what we come away with this afternoon. So guys, I've made it out to the tree. As you can see, it hasn't really changed color at all yet. So, I mean, in time, I think maybe another week, it's gonna look pretty good, but I see a little bit of yellow coming in at the top. Not really much else. This really isn't the composition or the angle that I wanted to be at. I wanted to actually be farther that way and shoot back this way because the sun is going to set right back here. So I'm thinking that from being back this way a little bit and shooting back toward it, I could get some pretty good glow on this tree. Hoping to come back in the next week or so, check it out. Again, this is one of those trees, it changes really slowly, but I've been trying this shot for a couple years. I think that when all the pieces come together, this could really work out well. I am going to keep moving down this trail a little bit here because there is, again, some really cool scrub brush, some tall grass, just some interesting little details in the area that I think would make for a pretty cool compressed shot. Maybe get really zoomed in on this grass at sunset and try to break apart the overall landscape and bring together something that's more intimate and detailed, single something out of this landscape. There's all kinds of options all over the place. So I can go left, I can go right. Let's go right. Technically that's your left, but whatever. So I'm moving farther down this trail and I'm seeing just all this beautiful prairie grass. I mean, guys, it is gorgeous out here. I'm kind of walking through this little opening that I found because I think that this is going to give me a pretty good opportunity at the shot that I'm looking for. There's a lot of color in the tree line right over here to my left, and there's just a lot going on out here that I think is really going to set up a good shot somewhere as the sun sets a little bit further. Now I'm kind of at the the limit here as far as where I can get to without actually going into the prairie grass. And I don't want to disturb anything out here. I definitely don't want to get out there and knock around the ecosystem or anything. But I think I'm going to set up here, and I'm going to try a couple shots of this prairie grass. And then if this doesn't really work out, there's some really great color back in this tree line here that I think might work out as well. But I have to get moving before this sun sets. So let's go ahead and get set up and get started. So guys, I've managed to find the tiniest little bit of color in this scrub brush out here. The sun's about to dip behind the trees, but I'm really excited about this shot. It's very simple, but it's all about the light. The light that's coming through on this composition right now just looks really nice. It's very simple. It's just a little yellow bush sticking out of this white brush, but the scrub brush changed colors with, you know, fall and the changing of the seasons, and what would otherwise just kind of be a normal everyday scene kind of developed into more of a unique, intimate scene with the light coming through and the colors and just everything. Really excited about this shot, and really just trying to get the shot set up correctly here before this light disappears. Now, a couple things that I do that are specific to my camera, the custom function buttons on the front, I've actually got those set up for bracketing and for preview so that I can kind of check and see what's happening here. Now, again, I'm using the Z7 II. Nikon was kind enough to send me the 100 to 400. I'm zoomed all the way in at 400 millimeters right now, just kind of testing the lens out, taking it through its paces. I am going to put a video together in the future about this lens before I have to send it back, because I have had an amazing experience using this lens. But without getting off too far on a tangent, I just want to finish this composition here. I'm going to bracket a couple shots. I'm going to zoom in, maybe move around a little bit. Actually, I can't zoom in because I'm at 400 millimeters, but either way, I want to get a few more compositions here before the sun sets. So I'm going to move around a little bit, check out what's going on, try to get this shot, and I will show you guys the end result here in just a second. So I've shot until the light has basically gone away at this point. Toward the end, I had to hurry up and hustle, so I had to turn the camera off here. I wanted to show you guys a couple other things, but basically at the end of the golden hour light shining into this little area that I've been shooting here, I put a black mist filter on the camera. And what a black mist filter does is it kind of adds that ambient ethereal glow to your shots, and it really does bring out a lot of the atmosphere and just kind of makes it look more dreamlike. You can do some of that with the Orton effect in post-processing, but personally I really like the effect of the black mist filter. Some people might like it, some people might not. It is situational, but it is something that is fun to play around with while you're out here and just kind of mess around, see what the different effects are. I'll put the images side by side for you guys so you can see the shot with the filter and the shot without the filter. But I am going to start packing up my gear here and heading back. Sun's about to set, and you know, this golden hour light is kind of lighting up these trees and making everything out here look really, really beautiful. I definitely think that this is a good spot to come back to within the next week or so, so I might be putting together another video coming back out here and just trying to get some of this area at peak color. Right now, it's probably at about 50%, so there is some color out there, but it could definitely be a lot better. So I'm going to start packing up. We'll go up back to the truck, and we'll wrap this video up. All right, my friends. Well, I think that wraps up tonight's adventure. A little short hike, fun little evening stroll through the park here. As you can see, I mean, I don't know if it really picks it up that well, but all these trees back here, I mean, when this starts peaking, this is going to look amazing. So I'm definitely going to have to keep an eye on this location. Come back, you know, in the next couple days just to check on it. I mean, should be pretty decent here pretty quick. So I see a lot of yellows, I see some reds. Looks like the maples are starting to change, but they usually change ahead of everything else anyway. So all in all, I think it's going to be a pretty good color change this year. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hike back to the truck here, get this wrapped up. GoPro did great. GoPro definitely seems to be doing a good job anyways, from the tiny little screen that I have on the front here. But I'm pretty excited to get back and edit this video, and just really excited to be able to bring you guys on more adventures like this. And you know, being able to just walk and talk to the camera, and actually, you know, being able to not have to lug a giant video camera around with me definitely makes a world of difference. So this may not be my best video, maybe, you know, a little choppy, kind of all over the place, and I apologize for that. Kind of learning on the fly here with the GoPro, but we'll come back soon. Another adventure, another video. But until then, like, subscribe, share with your friends, do all those great YouTube things, and I will see you guys very soon, now that it is tremendously easier for me to make these videos. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching.